Hello, my friends. Liberty Garden, February 6th, and I'm at the ranch today after another 3-week hiatus because my truck is still at the dealership. More on that a little bit later. But anyway, the cows are looking good despite not having any hay. They tried to raid the barn, but they couldn't get in this time. I'm making a switch from that pasture on that end to a pasture on this side. I know it's all crap right now, but at least this one on this side probably has a little bit of grass right now. Everything's kind of dried out. It's February, but we got one more month, and then I'll start getting my clovers and little ryegrasses and stuff, and it should be good. Anyway, the cows haven't lost much weight, but I can tell a couple that have shed off a few pounds, not much. They're still doing okay, given that I haven't been able to come here very often to feed them. I got another 10 bales of hay delivered to me today, so I have a total of 12 bales left for the rest of winter. I think that should be more than plenty. So this year I bought 20 hay bales for 8 cows, or 8 heads, and I think that's a good. That'll be more than enough. And back to my truck. On January 4th, I was gonna come to the ranch, and I saw that the dashboard was lit up like a Christmas tree. So I stopped. I didn't move it, and the next Monday, I took it to the dealership, and they said that there was a harness that had been chewed up by rats. Okay, so they fixed that. And then about a week and a half later, when they were going to give it to me, or maybe about 2 weeks later, when they were going to give it to me, because they had to order the harness from a different place in the US. When they were putting it back, the technician calls me and he says, "Hey, we noticed that there's a second harness for the engine that it's also all chewed up. We can claim it also on the insurance. We already sent them pictures. They approved it. And you need to change it, otherwise the lights are not going to be turned. The dashboard's going to continue to be lit up, and your car's not going to work correctly." So they order it, but this harness had to come from Japan. So it's been February 4th. It was going to arrive on February 4th, and I called them 2 days ago, and the part has not arrived yet. It's in transit apparently, but it hasn't arrived, and they're blaming COVID and all these kinds of things. Apparently the Japanese took COVID a little too serious, and they stopped working full time at every place, and they're not producing these harnesses. I don't know. I mean, fuck, I should have bought an F-150. You know, something about F-150s. They're built in Mexico. They're brought back to the U.S. and they're finished off here, something like that. I see the rail cars going in, the chassis going in, and then they come back out. And I know all the harnesses are done over there because I used to work in that industry before, and we used to import the harnesses. These were for GMs, but Ford, I think, also puts the harnesses inside. So they send all the wiring in there and then they bring it back. So I know if it was a Ford F-150, I would have had my harness already. Because it would have come directly from Mexico, and the Mexicans never stopped working. That's one thing about Mexicans, man. We just freaking never stop working. It's just the whole sombrero siesta is a myth. Okay, guys, don't believe that. Nobody has stopped in Mexico from working. No companies have stopped. Nothing, and they're doing just fine. You know, their population has not been cut in half by COVID or anything like that. But anyway, I digressed. These guys are gonna get the part in hopefully in 2 more weeks. They said. It's still lost in a ship somewhere in the ocean, and they can't fly it over apparently, because I don't know. You know, there's something to be said about the Japanese. They boast about their Kaizen method and their Lean Six Sigma methods and all this bullcrap, and push comes to shove, they can't freaking airship a harness. Yeah. But anyway, so if you guys gonna buy a truck and you plan to keep it on for a long time, and it's a Toyota, be aware that old parts are not stocked in the U.S. They come from some other place, and under normal circumstances that might not be an issue, but right now it's an issue for me. And this goes to talk about supply chains, right? The longer your supply chain, the more fragile it is. That's just the nature of supply chain. It can be very efficient so long as none of the little links in the supply chain break. But the moment they break, one of them breaks, the whole thing just falls apart. And that's what's happening right now. They said that Toyota does keep parts in stock for the modern vehicles. I mean, like, I don't know, maybe it's not like I'm driving a truck from the 1980s. It's a 2008, right? But apparently that's too old for American standards, so they don't keep those parts in stock too much. And they had to go get it from Japan. And apparently, I even called the corporate office in Toyota just to tell them, because I kept calling the dealership, and the guys couldn't track it or anything. They didn't seem very willing to help, although they say they are calling every day. I don't know. But I kept asking them, well, do you have a tracking number? Do you have a manifest? Did it ship? I mean, I just want to know that it shipped, right? And maybe it hasn't even been made, because I called the corporate office and they also couldn't track it or anything. And they said, well, these old harnesses, we actually have to build them because we don't have any of these in stock. It's not common that they go out, so they have to actually build it. So I said, oh shit, okay. So hopefully I'll get my harness in 2 weeks and my truck back in 2.5 weeks while they put it back together. If not, I think I'm just gonna buy another truck, and just wait for these guys to freaking repair it and give it back to me. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I mean, I can't really leave my cows alone for too long. Right now I'm driving my wife's little Jeep. It's a Jeep Liberty. I mean, it's a 6-cylinder, but it's got no juice really. I mean, it's not a vehicle for a ranch, for pulling stuff and like that. And I don't want to break it, because then we're without a car at the house. So that's where we are with my truck. Hopefully I get it in 2 weeks and it'll be good. It's a good truck. I mean, I'll say this much about Toyota. They build good engines, good trucks. But man, I didn't know that they didn't carry those parts in the US, that they had to bring them back from Japan. And that's a problem. That's a problem if you're considering a foreign car. I don't know, maybe one like Toyota. Even though Toyota is built in San Antonio, the Tundras are built in San Antonio, but the parts, some of the parts come from Japan. So that might be something to consider when you're buying a car. Next truck that I get, I might get another Toyota. I really like them. But if it's not a Toyota, I'll probably get an F-150, because I know where those things are made. I know where they're made, and they have a good track record. Just get the 8-cylinder ones. Don't get those 4 cylinders with ecos, with turbochargers and stuff like that, which are, in my opinion, they're no good. I mean, just get a plain vanilla 8-cylinder truck and you should be good. Any truck, I guess. But anyway, folks, I'm just rambling at this point. Just thought I'd give you a little update on my cows. They're doing good. Given the winter that we've had, it's been real mild. And they got a fresh bale today. I'm gonna try to make it in next weekend as well, because they're going through one a week now that they're 8. They're going through one a week, maybe one every 6 days, and I'll give them another one. And I have another one right there, right at the entrance. So hopefully I can just pull it out a little bit and then just feed it to them right there. So I can move them. They're pretty heavy. Until next time, folks. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Bye bye.